Hey, Johnny, I like your new race car.
Yeah, this is one of those cool short track things where they sweep the track, they dump a little soak up down in it, they pull the brooms, brush it off, clean it up. Pretty cool for a short track deal.
So it's not your race car.
It might have been a race car years back.
Great innovation here at the short track known as Oswego. Short but fast.
They probably used that a couple times already tonight.
Yeah, tonight has been busy. Yeah, sure has. Sure has. Back about set to get underway. Pace truck pulling off. Picking up the speed as we enter 3, and we're ready to go racing again.
That's where you can see the cars bouncing around, everybody trying to get that bite, especially on that first lap for the green. Pretty good move here on the outside. He's trying it. Doesn't quite make it.
Gosick in that group there. In the 00. Back there in 3rd.
See some guys picking out some different lines now. They're trying to top, they're trying to bottom, they're moving around, trying to get these guys when their tires aren't quite up to temperature yet. You're kind of hoping that maybe you did a better job getting your tires clean than him or the guy in front of you. And of course you got to think about that with the guy behind you too as he tries to make an inside move here. See if he can get the bite coming up off turn 4.
Gosick on the bottom here. Can he make that work on Devendorf? He also knows, Johnny, and it looks like he's going to clear him. He's got to get around him if he's got a quicker race car, because look at Danzer already starting to gap the field.
He's starting to gap away, and you got to sit there and go as fast as you can. As we saw a little puff of smoke out of the right front there.
That's off of Gosick. It just makes his way into 2nd, and the smoke continues.
And this is something unusual because it doesn't look like it's coming out of the engine. It looks like it's coming out of the right front there.
Whatever it is, Joe knows it's serious. He's moving to the bottom and probably headed to the pits as Lavery now goes after Devendorf. Remember, Devendorf led early on. He's the only guy who's seen the front of the field outside of Danzer tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like he's just, you know, he's running a good pace, but not the pace that the leaders going there.
And Johnny, here comes Michael Barnes too. Barnes is in that white car with the green and purple trim.
Yeah, it's looking pretty sporty right at the moment. He's going good. Lavery's going good there. Looks like those guys maybe hold them up just a little bit, but you know, they're all running really hard right now. 2nd,
3rd, and 4th. And look at Danzer already gone.
Yeah, you can see that guys are starting to take different lines now, see if they can't get around.
Here's Gosick's car in the pit area as they pull that Hoosier off. Some sort of a brake issue maybe?
Well, it's pretty hard to see, but it looks like they're definitely looking at the right front for sure. Great battle here. I mean, they're trying the inside, trying the outside, and here's a move on the outside here. Doesn't quite make it stick. Kind of opens the door for the guy in 4th there.
Yeah, that's Barnes back there in that white, green, and purple car. Lavery trying to find his way around Devendorf.
Now he's trying the outside. Looks like he definitely got a better car. He should get a pretty good run coming off this corner. Well, out in the soak up a little bit, still makes a good run on it. I think he'll probably clear him coming off 4, which he already did now.
That's Sitterly joining the fight too in that blue number 7. Boy, does he know his way around this racetrack.
Oh, yes, he does. He's won a lot of races here.
Well, let's find out what the problem was for Joe Gosick. He's made his way to the pit area, and Derek has found him.
Guys, it's a tough break for Joe Gosick. He fell out while running 2nd. He just moved into the runner-up spot and started to get some smoke out of the right front. If you can look, you can still see some of the smoke coming off of this wheel assembly. Now, I don't want to touch it, but when I talked to the crew chief, they said they disintegrated a right front wheel bearing. It just completely came apart, and the wheel didn't want to turn anymore.
Tough break for Gosick. He had such a good car there, making his way into 2nd, catch a break with a yellow, and who knows what he could have done here tonight.
Yeah, that's something that's happened before. You know, I've had the same problem happen where it breaks that inner bearing loose and the hub just moves all over, and then you're done.
So Devendorf, who had actually led early on in the race and held 2nd for the majority of the show so far, is now finding himself again under heavy pressure. And Johnny, his car seems to be going away a little bit.
It is. It looks like he's fighting, and he's trying to stay on the bottom so he doesn't get freight trained. So he's just doing what he can, and of course he can't hold it down there, and here goes one down on the inside. Well, he doesn't make it. I'm surprised there. But
That's Barnes. He's going to get through. And here's Sitterly trying to get the 7 through there as well. Otto will be a little bit patient and wait. Wow, look at this strong move on the outside here. That's Bob Bond.
Oh, Bob Bond making a great run there. I mean, you go past Sitterly on the outside, you just think you won the race. So that was a great move there. And now he's going around the outside there too, so he's got a great car right now.
Bond in the 47. Dave Gruel's in this grouping as well. He's in the 50, which is that red car.
And one thing to mention, Bob Bond started 17th, and that's a very tough task to start that far back and go up front.
And look at Devendorf just dropping here, Johnny.
Yeah, it looks like he's just been fighting it, not running good. He's starting to use the track and sliding up, and guys are starting to get around him a little easier than he could have earlier.
Yeah, Steven Joya now fighting him. Try to move him back another spot. Here's the 22, Pat Lavery. And there's our race leader in the 52, Danzer, continuing to stretch his lead here at Oswego. Stay with us, Speed Sport. We'll be right back. Thursday nights, MAVTV is the place to be for the best in American real racing. Speed Sport Magazine presents insightful features to keep you, the fan, in the know.
And I scare the hell out of myself.
Tell me the truth. You're better than Rico? And Speed Sport brings you great racing action. Tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific for Speed Sport and Speed Sport Magazine.